for that, and if the players can utilize their hands, some of the tools they have at their disposal to play their way out of it. So, anyway, with that said, I fear that we are showing off the mascot of an LPL team
to get her energy back. Otherwise, yes, she can traverse a lot of distance, but then her cooldown...
So that could pay off for EDG moving forward.
Yeah, they forced the swap out of JDG's top and bot lane, respectively. JJ's trying to catch Vampire and Gala on their way to absorb the wave. Cataclysm right onto the Azaya, but a flop from Vampire allows Gala to reposition the feathers and threatens leave. Breath of Life used to cleanse the quickness as well. Teleports coming in from multiple members, but all that fizzles out, and we still have yet to find First Blood in this game one.
They're going to stop the wave from hitting the turret because they want to avoid the dive. They're still going.
Execution, right without Vampire. EDG collects First Blood for CDC's Mbessa, and Hongq tries to find a miracle in the middle of all 5 members there. CDG aren't blowing the map wide open, then it's good for EDG. However, Junja now wants to make some corrections. Vault Breaker flash into the cease and desist, quickness to charm up, and the kill.
He was very dead in that scenario.
Yeah. Still being able to maintain that summer.
Would be no Vi ult, no Recon ult if this was taken now, but Xiaoxu just hit Mega. He's TPing in behind EDG. This is not spotted.
He's got a good flank area. Hongq trying to grab their attention right now. Xiaoxu now spotted, looking for the Mega Gnar flash. On the 3, beautiful, and that Breath of Life ain't saving anyone anytime soon. Instant double kill for Hongq's Akali, and the rest of EDG scattered to the winds.
Junja was just taking those Scary Dragon and contest. Just lost a fight. A lot of tools are up, but this is going to be a DTP.
Oh boy. Vampire immediately greets EDZ with a grand entrance. Xiaoxu already mega form, but he whips the ultimate. That's a big tool to not have anymore for JDG, and already they're not liking their chances anymore now that Xiaoxu is timing out on the Mega Gnar.
Hongq ulted. Missed opportunity there for JDG. Xiaoxu not able to find the engage. Hongq's ult's down now as well. The big engage tool is still there. Cease and Desist and Quickness both available, but more tools for the side of EDG. Might be enough for JDG to give this one away.
Where's this Rift Arrow gonna go? Hongq in trouble. Able to dodge on.
Ooh, looks like ZDZ at least able to help create space. Dragon goes down.
JJ's back in. Realm War brings in the majority of EDG, and they're able to turn it up on its head. 2 members dropped on the side of JDG. No one goes.
Setups. I feel like the last 2 dragons they played around, like the option to give, and then the long fight for that was really good.
We're engaging. Right into Vampire. He flashes away from the quickness, but he goes in with the grand entrance. 2-man knock him on the Bulldog, but no one can follow up from JDG. Junja decides, I want the ball. Cease and desist onto the Jarvan. They can pop the jungler. Can they follow up on the rest of the play now? Hongq into the backline while Xiaoxu deals with CDZ and catches the public execution attack. CDZ now on the wrong side of the fight as Gala just shreds him to bits with the feathers. And now JDG are able to bail out their mid lane. Their 3rd dragon if they can secure it. JJ walking into the river now. They're on top of a control ward, but JJ's going to face check into Vampire, who immediately gets knocked up, and the cease and desist right on through. JJ is gone, and now here comes Hongq and the rest of JDG to sweep through the backline. Leave dies yet again. Public execution sidestep by Hongq as Xiaoxu comes in, throws EDG up against the wall, and says, "Gnar" all over them. EDG lose 3 yet again, and suddenly this game looks very JDG favored.
Yeah, he was knocked up pretty early, but yeah, I mean, this is... I like the position that EDG was in before the last 2 fights. Now things got pretty ugly pretty fast, and Bulldog might fall himself too.
Well, Realm War
standing gold off the board. They haven't knocked down the mid-outer turret yet. They haven't touched any of the inners, and with Baron up, gotta believe they're gonna get a lot of both.
Goodbye, Leave. Yeah, the rest of EDG say sayonara to their AD carry, knowing that he is...
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Pog.
Oh.
We've been trying. It's gotten a little bit better.
What is the name of it? It's like Little Pocket.
Don't care. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have a name.
You know what? Respect.
The explanations have been special. I have appreciated it because I feel like I have
more. Claim their Cloud Soul in 2.5 minutes from now. The rest of JDG are just corralling on the top side, looking for the immediate snap engage. Jedge's the target. Bulldog could be the next on the menu. He's able to walk out just fine as the turret was starting to ramp up a little too much for Junja's comfort, but they're just using their Baron, and they are sweeping away at all the outer turrets.
Press the Vampire, 3,000 total assists. Not bad for his young career. In 3 years, well done here in the LPL.
Conditions are at play.
was aggressive from Leave. Gonna force Gala
Opens
off.
up with the calling. JJ right onto Junja's face at the moment. Takes a lot of damage, but still going to be alive for now. And he's got a GA in case things got a little scrappy there. Wants to look for the recall. Is Cloud Soul alive at the moment? And Junja would love to get a recall in before EDG start up the Dragon. However, that might not be the case.
Yeah, that's a really high-value chunk. The camps aren't up for Junja to try and heal up. He's got one fruit, but actually got EDG control over this Banana Brush. Honku does have the angle.
Bulldog's marking him, though. He is hugging Leave right now. 4,600 HP on the Dragon. 3K on the Dragon. Leave immediately opens up on the Honku, pops the exhaust. Meanwhile, on the front line, Vampires try to stall with the quickness in the grand entrance. Junja and JJ are battling, but JJ's the first one to drop. Bulldog is going to be the next one, and now Honku might be low enough to die to Leave. He flashes the Shuriken Strike. It's beautiful, but they still lost the soul fight. JDG now have the Cloud Dragon's might on their side. Leave is finally persisted through and isolated, and the rest of JDG can march this one in through the bot side of the map.
And you know what? We saw that Ryze Ambessa combo, but it was on to Gnar. And then Honku was able to run rampant in the backline again, because they were focused on the wrong side of the fight and not healing Leave and Perukia, who did not get the help that they needed to deal with this very big Akali in this game, as JDG looking to wrap up game one.
Perukia trying to do his best to corral the minion wave and drag it away from the turrets. Jeje has respawned. He's got homies coming up in about 5 seconds, but Jeje's not durable enough to defend the turrets from falling. Bulldog throws on the portal or the realm warp, just trying to get his allies back out on there sooner, but JDG are strong enough that they can just waste away EDG member one after another. ZDZ doing his best for a Hail Mary, finds a public execution, and it's all to delay the inevitable triple kill into the pockets of Gala, and the first game of the series goes to JDG.
Stats padded as
play around to their team fighting strengths, whereas this last lock-in from Bulldog, what ult values are going to get? Deft Charge, Subjugate 4 later on.
They need to walk to the
to...
lane for sure. That's going to help, as Vampire got their base.
There's 2 plays happening at once. Jeje's ganking bot, but Junja's ganking mid. Bulldog under fire. He gets flashed on with the chomp and the slow from Junja. Bulldog already burning the flash. That should be first blood going over to Honku, and Jeje's gank completely fizzles out, only getting the flash done in the first 8 minutes of the game. Already Honku dominating this mid lane and leading a majority of the gold advantage off of the visit from Junja.
Vampire
and his natural lane prowess. That's going to abduct lands, but Vampire absorbs the engage. Once again, depth charge, not even needed for the kill on the Bulldog. It's going to be used on the Jeje, and he's going to dodge it with the call of the pack. JDG own this rift.
Almost got the bleed. Meanwhile, Xiaoshu's not messing around with that. He's just going to burn the flash. He knows that his jungler just showed mid. I think that's kind of a smart read from him, just to get out. And ZDZ getting low enough now where
he's trying to tease it. He's trying to bait this one out. Equalizer comes out now. Jeje, they can force the dive. Jeje has to tank up the turret shots. Hound's Pursuit can drop it with Call of the Pack. They just seen enough damage. Beautifully executed.
That's Fury Gaming. Sadly, while that's a win on the top side, JD Doomsday is like, I just don't want to get that thing spoiled. I'm invested enough in Marble to go to not get it spoiled. I feel like that's my theater movie, and we got to save Spider-Man for streaming.
Well, Honku, can he get saved from this encounter? Not quite. The rest of EDG are able to dogpile on him fast enough. 1 minute and 5 seconds. Bulldog under fire. Junja gonna help Honku, looking for the play, and oh boy, Bulldog is getting munched on.
No wave. He stole the Subjugate and casted it second, which is valuable, by the way. I don't feel like EDG gets to play in this river.
Junior gets stunned up, but immediately subjugates Perukia, and he gets exploded.
See, they can't even touch the river, and they still die. Now ZDZ is in the river, but TP coming in to respond.
A new challenger has approached. He's like, hey, there's no subjugate. I can potentially take this one up.
Flash. Yeah. No.
Screw that. I'm going to flash over the wall.
Yep.
Hell no. This fight sucked.
He tried to bring Rumble with...
fight up against Victor and the power of Arcane at his strongest. He's not even on his second item yet. That's how fast it has come online. Oh no, leave! flash
Leaf's
away
fault.
for what? Please. Please leave.
Can't believe that worked. Yeah, it
Let's
worked.
see how this happens. Okay, we got the replay at the bottom. Well,
You know, we're Ezreal playing in front of the wave. That's Leaf's fault.
I'm just so disappointed. Well, Vampire getting engaged on by EDG. Can he walk this one out? He's got Protoplasm from Harness, so he heals back on up. This is a 2v4, and they deflected it. Hongq is manhandling them with the power of the Arcane Storm. Leaving a 1v1 against Gala. He's got the power of Exhaust in his side, but Junja is ready to wrap around. They both flash side by side. Cinema for both of our AD carries. I know the LPL editor is going to have a field day with that one, as EDG does manage to actually find Hongq with the persistent dive and take their first tower of the game.
Oh, they got no grubs, and JDG's winning in 2 lanes. His trundle or really high impact summoner spell, and I think it was a subjugate because the kill did go to Junja. But just a really funny look as both ADs did flash and die. Not exactly what you want to
Hongq does sidestep the crash down, throws down the gravity zone.
Oh no!
I don't think it's going to help him bail him out. Upsgun up duck does miss, but Bulldog still has enough damage with the hijacked Arcane Storm. And EDG finally are going to crack through another tier 1 turret on the top side, but JDG are going to break open the base.
These aren't tier 1 turrets that JDG's hitting in return. These are now tier 3 turrets. JDG is hitting in return, as they have the 5 turrets to the 2. Using their 3 grub advantage quite well. As Dredgeon connects, it might put him in trouble.
That was a nice buffer by ZDZ. Q3, as Vampire was coming in with the Dredge line, punishes the Nautilus.
Oh!
Seems like scraps. Oh, okay.
I like it. You know what? I like it.
I
like it. Try something.
Screw it.
You gotta try something.
Yeah.
I was on the reset. So EDG not able to get that, but honestly, some free time for EDG to at least slow this game down, get some much needed gold in their pocket.
Wanted to spike early in the game and have a gold lead over JDG because they get outscaled, and at that point has already been passed.
Yeah, this is just the Baron for stabilizing the game, closing the gold gap as a stolen equalizer does come in. Rukia pushing Vampire off, but no fight to follow after the turret. Again, EDG, if they want to fight, they have to successfully dogpile. I do think they need to create an angle or 2 for that, which is kind of difficult because they aren't going to be able to get push in these side lanes. So, see them return now with the Baron, but this is a Baron to fix things more so than to build up a lead, which was much needed for EDG. And Bulldog, well, equalizer, okay.
Whoa! Xiaoshu just flashes on top of Bulldog, gets his flash. TP is coming in. Can they arrive quick enough? Junja is going to help ensure that Bulldog does not get any more value, but that's a massive Kingslayer heal. CDC tries to flash on in to close the distance, but it's not soon enough. Bulldog goes down, but now Junja could be the target. He's got a massive bounty on his head, but he's walking out alive. He's got the subject. He healed off the soul, but the tanky stats. ADG finally finds Xiaoshu, and they're continuing the play. Vampire's going to be the next one. Rogue's Pursuit allows Jeja to sink his fangs into a member of JDG, and EDG will the dredge line, and that is a flash out of Leave.
See, that's an example of Leave just trying to do too much when it's not necessary. That's a really expensive summoner spell to lose for nothing before the objective comes up. Kind of also feeds into the reason why we did this Leave to a 4-off segment.
TP's coming in on the right side. Xiaoshu looking for the flangle. Bulldog is somewhat late, but he walks on in. EDG have the wave prio.
They want to hit the next wave.
In.
Yeah, they just want to make sure they hit the next wave as well, as EDG caught that wave really high with Bulldog.
Dredgeline snags on the ZDZ. Death charge right onto the front. Subjugate burns him down. Tank is gone. Perukia tries to stall out with the Magna Storm, but it's not effective. And Leave can only do so much against the might of JDG surging forward. Triple for Gala. Jeje run down and put into the dog pound. Genja bites him down. Is that Bulldog is hitting the tier 1. And you can see the pings coming out from JDG. Just start the fight right now. Because Bulldog cannot.
Besides the 2-0 from JDG.
Yeah. It's on JDG to close this one out, as ZDZ trying to get some gold back into his pockets. Attempting to siege onto the tier 2 in the top side. Bulldog chasing Xiaoshu with a stolen death charge. Might be enough. Throws on the equalizer, buys himself some space, and the rest of JDG, they're just trying to end the game. They take out one Nexus turret, prompting ZDZ to teleport back in. Dredgeline onto Perukia. Subjugate at the ready. Can look for ZDZ and burn him down. Gaul is just firing on all cylinders. No one is stopping this Corki from just depleting his entire Gatling gun. EDG are completely discombobulated. No one knows who to attack. No one knows what to do. EDG, please do something as a triple kill comes in for Gala, and he wants a full-on penta. Picks up the Quadra. Give it to him, baby.
They're trying.
They're trying. Pentakills. They're trying to gift wrap this one hit for him specifically. Penta for Gala.
I really appreciate how that pentakill call is going to start with EDG, please do anything. Man, we've had a lot of pentakills. It's
definitely have a very clear identity. I think WE's teamfight is crazy good if they are able to get into these 5v5 scenarios. They have so much engaged. Bot lane prio that he has, mid lane prio as well.
Junhao going to try to punish that himself as Feather goes in with another flash taunt play. Arha the next target here by Junhao. The Dragon all the same being started up and maybe even finished off by Team WE. It's at 1000 HP, going to be a 50-50 smite fight. Monkey getting zoned away and allowing for Junhao to pick up the scraps. In goes Monkey to try to make it an even trade, but it's first blood already picked up for the Pantheon. Feather makes it a second, and about's been zoned out by On this entire time. Both AD carries having that lethal tempo proc, the barrier coming in at just the right moment, allowing for On to pick up yet another kill. He'll be chased down by Arha, but the Nico doesn't do a ton of damage. Finally, the Empower W auto attack and him salvage a 3-for-1 on Thunder Talk's side. Try and contest. You see that TT kept their bot lane, while, of course, About and Arha rotated mid. So it will be the trade of grubs for a couple of plates and at least a wave getting given over.
Yeah, I think they might be looking on the bot lane here. They have Pantheon. It's going to do some damage. I thought he might have been overextended with Heru in the area, but we're seeing the fight now.
Yeah, About has to dash away from the taunt of Feather. Arha in a terrible position after the Grand Starfall comes through. Heru had the first roam timer, which means that he'll be rewarded with his second kill of the game.
Shen was so highly prioritized in draft. It's really opened up what Thunder Talk have wanted to do all split long.
Oh, Arha.
Once again, 20 seconds on this Dragon. Arha is out of position again.
Yep, it's just about the same place that he died just about a minute ago, and now On and Heru looking to make 2 times the charm. He's at 200 HP and between 2 towers. That's generally not a winning sequence here if you are an enemy support. On getting on the board for kill number 2, and Thunder Talk continuing to push their lead.
5v5s, not that they are going to have a ton with Sivir and Cassante having a bit of gold. It's just a great start for a team that we wanted to see a lot out of. I'm really impressed with the way that On and Feather have played this matchup. Not even be over. On's going to
get the bottom side. Yeah, they're going in again. Feather with another taunt onto About. Not even going to have to be able to use that flash. A charm comes through from Heru, and TT are running the bottom side of Summoner's Rift. A double kill in for the Pantheon, and it's 7-1 for Thunder Talk. Well, here in Kupasen, hey man, all have really had high-level performances. Junhao, no exception. You might see him continue to add to the action here. The cease and desist goes on to the Panth. Arha landing that ulti as well. Q flashing over the wall to try to take down Feather while he is channeling that Stand United. Realm Warp coming out from Karis, looking to continue the chase down onto Junhao, and the caster curse has come in full. A shutdown goes the way of Cube, and WE find a fight right back. Cube also a big part of that formula on the opposite side of the map. And that is where we go, to the top side where Karis is getting collapsed upon. Heru now on a killing spree. He continues to add to his advantage here in the mid lane. Karis is down once again. This mid lane, top lane tower I should say, also going to go down.
Yeah, this is why I love Ahri in this matchup. It's so easy to coordinate dives with Pantheon and really control any side lane that you want to control, as long as there's not an overwhelming amount of protection on that side. Getting a 1k gold lead on Ahri in this matchup, WE needs to be at least a little bit careful. The Rumble is the only person on their team with a gold lead right now in their individual matchup. They're just going to try and chase them down.
Oh, and the trigger right on the Feather. The Shen not even able to proc the ulti before he already goes down. Teleport in, coming from Keshi though, lands a 2-man Pathfinder, goes all out onto About, and About is taken down instantaneously. Heru dashes into the backline, picks up a double kill, and also lands the charm off of the other side of that fight. Cube's able to get one back here onto On, but overall it's a 3-for-2, make it 4 as the Comet Spear finds Monkey's heart. Junhao going off here in this team fight as Thunder Talk come out on top. He once again back from the Death Chamber. Cube is as well, but there are no ultimates available other than the Stand United on Feather. Dragon gonna get started up here by WE. Keshi looking to dash forward, is still very tanky with that Kanik record. 3k is the HP on the Dragon. 80 carries, duking it out on the other side of the fight as we make our way back towards the Drake. Once again at 2.5k, Charm goes wide, Kara's throwing out some overloads, and Thundertalk's health bars are starting to melt. Feather goes in, does not find the taunt, and the Dragon is secured by Monkey as they denied the soul point for now. He will go down as Haru is able to pick up the kill, and now Thundertalk are going to be trapped into the pit, have no way out but just forward in onto WE. Kara's face tanking 4 members going to go down. Arha is next. It is an ace picked up for TT despite the Dragon going the way of Team WE.
No Dragon, no problem for Thundertalk Gaming.
Yeah, it was a good ulti in theory because you trapped them into the pit, but you have to remember, doesn't do any damage if you place it that way, and clearly Thundertalk didn't take a lot of damage in the ensuing team fight. Their gold lead has ballooned to 6,500, and they're looking for even more now as the Herald's already gone their way. Arha with the Pop Blossom just going to try and delay things here. Junha might have gone a little bit too far forward. He flashes away and is still alive thanks to the Triumph proc. And another taunt lands here from Feather onto the Rise, who now has to run his way out of there. It's a double kill for Haru. Keshi finds a knockup once again onto Cube, and Chorus and Monkey are on the run. Cube throws out the Electro Harpoon, going to overheat as On had the lethal tempo proc. But Thundertalk going to take the win all the same. They pop Shelly right in the mid lane, and they're going to crack open this mid tier too.
It's just so hard for WE to find any angles. Monkey is going to get chased down here. I do not believe that he is going to be able to make it out of this one. We'll see. Oh, maybe? Oh, is he going to survive? No. Nope. Haru going to clean up the kill as that Herald is going to be able to take down that tier 2 in the mid lane. It's a 9k gold lead. We get the drifting coming in from On as well.
Not quite there just yet, but starting to see a fully stacked tier for Cars. Getting towards that stacked Rod of Ages. Not going to have that fully stacked though for this play as Junhao throwing in the Comet Spears. Monkey going to be the sacrifice as Kara is still able to survive for a little bit, but Haru coming in as well with the Spirit Rush about throwing out some auto attacks, but here comes the Grand Starfall. Junhao finding his target, and his target's name is Arha. The Nico out of the picture as it's still TT running the Rift as they crack open yet another tower in the top lane.
I mean, I get it. You know, Monkey's like, well, it is my red buff, right? Like, I feel like I have to try to contest it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit ambitious at this point. That's going to be a free Baron going over to Thundertalk. They just control everything on the Rift. If you overextend, Junhao is going to be there to punish you. Haru is not going to be far behind in terms of that Ahri. 8-0-9 on that champion. About might be in a little bit of danger as well. We are toggling that fog more. Keshi not going to go for the play, just going to be happy with the Baron. It's just a fantastic look for Thundertalk. We were talking about the solo laners in the pre.
You know, standing-wise, just as important as getting wins off of the other top teams that we have in 3%.
This is looking like a playoff team. Let's not mince our words. This is a team that absolutely can compete near the top of the LPL. They continue to prove that it is not a flash in the pan. Monkey hovering around this Cassante, but there's just no way you can do anything to him, and you're losing everything on the bottom side of the map. He's going to be continuing to split push top, but this Vi is nowhere in the area. If a fight does end up breaking out here, this push is going to essentially be for free.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Get that one tower there for Cube, but that is far from the amount that is going to be needed to try and save this game. Monkey's clearing the top lane. Crap, guys, you're losing an inhibitor. Looks like they're going to be okay with that at the very least. The game might just end if they do not end up back in base sooner rather than later. Of course, we do see that third dragon also picked up for Thundertalk, so they are already looking at that Mountain Soul point inhibitor in the bot lane taken down. They still have the buff.
Basically just used to scare off the Vi as Monkey's going to still be in the area, unfortunately run into the Pantheon.
Yeah, Monkey never finds a fight he does not like, and could be to his detriment here. He gets jumped upon by Junhao, who goes up to 6-2 on the Pantheon. Now it is no jungler on the map. The RWE looking to try to make the trade. Regardless, though, they find the stun onto On, but look at Haru in the backline, finding an instant kill onto a bout. Looking for Cube with another proc of that Spirit Rush and forcing the Rumble's flash. Kara's out of position. Feather doesn't land the taunt, but still going to find the slow, still going to find the stun on the Pantheon side. Kara's going to fall on, popping off. It is an all-out blitz for TT in this game one, and WE find themselves sacked 25 minutes in, and they'll march into the base to take this game.
WE looking for a miracle, and all they find is a gray screen at the end of the tunnel. Thundertalk continuing to push into the base, and they have looked unstoppable here in game number one. I don't think they're going to be able to end, but they're certainly going to be able to open up the entire base here and cement their 14k gold lead Could you possibly ask for anything more? I mean, this team has been so utterly dominant in this first game, taking a big early game lead where WE misplay and try and collapse on the squishy mages. They just blow you up and kill you instantly, and if you try to take a team fight, you just die anyways. Arha's dead in the jungle as he's been all game.
It's
Not
only
really
worth
even a
100
ton
gold.
to discuss.
Yeah, it's like a whole, it's only a wave worth of gold, I guess. I think the best time for W to fight might be next game. We'll see though. They continue to look for angles in. Topo Strike lands onto Monkey, gets taunted up as well. The Spirit's Refuge means he's really not able to do anything. Another Q3 lands onto Cube, and Junhao has come into the backline to try to finish off the enemy jungler. It is Karus doing a little bit of damage, but still everybody on Thundertalk healthy except for their AD carry, but On's not going to care too much about that. It's a double kill coming in here for Junhao. 9-2-11 on the Pantheon. And only Arha is left alive for the next 30 seconds. He'll do his best to clear out the wave, but it will be a fruitless effort. Thundertalk into the enemy base of Team WE, and they'll take game 1 of this series in just under 27 minutes.
Thundertalk Gaming look excellent in game number 1. Everything you could ask for, they did as they demolished WE. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I definitely think this is Victor going mid. I already had my big doubts about Victor going bot lane, mostly because On has not played it at all this year, and it just doesn't really feel like the time for him to just be pulling it out randomly.
Yeah. To get away scot-free, Thundertalk only losing that second spawn to the Raptors. They could lose a little bit more now as Feather and Junhao looking to try to defend their jungle once again. Tether lands here onto the Naafiri, gonna get feared up. Zenith Blade once again connecting, no flashes available on either side. Monkey looking to try to finish off First Blood, not gonna find it just yet at the call. The pack issued a little bit of invulnerability. Now Monkey's the one to take a turret shot, and On's in to finish it off with the Valkyrie. Heru gets one. It's On that gets another, and somehow Thundertalk are the ones that end up on top of that play.
Quite a few waves, we'll just say, in order to get to this play, and that means they kind of have to make it work, and Keshi's dead!
Cube Def jumping in. Okay, getting something back on WE's side. It'll be through the top side of the map that they're going to have to play just like they did in game 1, but TT...
Probably not matchable damage in the back end of the game. You obviously have a lot of tools if you're WE to get on priority members with the Nocturne and the Akali, but if there are 3 members of the enemy team, maybe even an Embessa that are scary, then things get difficult. Karus is very pushed up. Should be fine for he is Akali, but we will see.
Oh, it connects just by the tip. The lollipop in from Feather. Gonna make it 3-1 here for TT. Could be equalized though, as Monkey still doing a lot of damage, but the gravity well once again stopping him, and On is in the right place at the right time. Junhao gets the kill, and once again Monkey, just by the slimmest of margins, will go down. Yeah, maybe surprising to say. Think about where they want to find engages.
A concept I think WE is not as familiar with. I think they're just taking everything they possibly can. Keshi?
Oh, Cube's not thinking about this one.
God.
His brain just says go in, and that is working successfully for him so far. Karus with a perfect execution, looking for the assassination onto Junhao, who popped the call to pack. Not going to matter as Arha in to finish the kill. Oh, he steals it away. You wish that it would have gone towards Karus, but a kill's a kill all the same. Dragon also going WE's way.
I mean, it's a good play for WE. If I'm not Akali, I am pinging 6,000 times on the map right now as my Leona walks up and takes that kill. Dredge landing.
Oh, maybe some more skirmishing as Arha doesn't have the ability to put that gold to use just yet as he hasn't gone back to base. Land shield the Daybreak onto Feather to buy some time as the curtain call has been opened up. Feather can try to run him down. Dredge line going to be issued onto Arha. A lot of damage though being put back onto Feather, but On goes forward with the Gatling gun to get the first kill of the 2v2. About doesn't have his flash, so unable to get in range for that fourth shot, and yet everybody going to survive for the moment. The grubs only started by Junhao, not finished. Feather going in with another hook has just been on the money onto Arha this entire game. Speaking of, Monkey looking for a little bit more damage, just barely alive with less than 100 HP. The minion's not going to take him down as About's able to finish off the kill. And it's a 1-0 in the bottom side right now for Team WE. Arha still unrelenting in his attempts at engages, but Heru finally able to shut him down. Effective itemization here for the WE top laner as we see another fight potentially about to break out as Junhao is looking for a turret dive underneath this tier 1 in the bottom side. About takes a boatload of damage and basically gets one shot at the Fury, but nobody's able to land the final blow. He's able to get back, throw out the curtain call, and wait for the rest of his team to try to finish off the fight. Cube comes in, goes to the skies onto On, who has feared by Monkey and is soon to be taken down. Still out of range, not going to be taken just yet as Monkey instead focusing down the Naafiri. Cube with the shock blast misses, but lands another Q with the Mercury hammer. to get a killing spree in for the Jace.
She'll kill down, and this is the chaos we were hoping for. ThunderTalk looking for some aggressive plays on the bot side, and WE turning it into a gold lead.
The amount of time that...
I guess maybe when he completes that second item, you could maybe say he's a little bit stronger, but really, I mean, we are looking at a huge power spike for WE as they've started up on the Dragon. They got that first Dragon, remember, and now they're going to be stacking these as Chemsoul is going to be our soul map for the game. That's a pretty big advantage for WE.
Oh, Monkey! A paranoia underneath the turret in a 1v1. Karis gets stunned up. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, fine. Karis gets the kill, but it's still a 2-for-1 with the Arcane Storm. Heru comes out with an absolute boatload of cash off of WE's misfortunes. Now on the top side, it's Cube once again going for a kill. Could this be solo kill number 3? No, but the public execution comes out, and Keshi's going to try to turn this fight around. Just a second. He goes in under the turret right as Karis is popping that shuriken flip. If that E connects, it's actually a pretty easy kill, I think. So just Monkey having confidence in his teammates to land all the abilities, which unfortunately Karis is
taking this Herald. I think the thing that ThunderTalk have done really well is trying to avoid the Jace in terms of the plays they're looking for and trying to play around their Victor. When you talk about WE being up 700 gold in this game, so much of that is just on the Jace. It's the only gold lead they have in this entire game. If you can continue to play away from him and play towards your own gold lead in the mid lane,
ThunderTalk are all stacked up around the mid lane, so if Monkey wants to use this to go into the tower, could be to his detriment. Finds a triple knockup though when the Solar Flare goes on top, already chunking on down to very low HP, but he still will be able to live, and Monkey won't be so lucky. He goes into the paranoia.
No smite on the map for WE as this Dragon is here. Junhao could be in some danger, but he's Nefiri.
Execution being issued. Nice cancel of the... engaged by Arha. Karis looking forward onto Junhao. He also will survive with 1 HP. Heru in some danger though as Karis able to take him down finally, and Cubes will find another one onto the Nautilus. Keshi teleporting in, looking to try to clean up a couple of kills. About in some danger. Has the Locket Shield onto him. Deadly Flourish though landing onto the Mbessa, who won't be able to escape this one. It's the Jhin to pick up the kill, and this time on will get down to 0. WE turn the fight around off the back of Cube on his Jace.
It's perfectly played by the WE solo laners. They just are in the exact right spot to be able to take advantage of that fight. No Monkey, no problem. I really did think that the lack of engage coming in after the Nocturne died was going to be a problem. You had Arha, who was still there and was still relevant, but we're not even done with the fight yet. Dragon is still up and Junhao's looking in.
He doesn't want to go in with that ulti. Instead, it's Monkey who pops the R key onto the Nefiri in a 1-for-1 for now, but Feather's on the way. We have a teleport in from Heru. In addition, lands down the gravity well, won't be able to find the stun onto Monkey, and Karis is here to try to defend his jungler, will force Heru back.
First get that, main carry out of the fight. You can blow up the Victor, who is all of the gold lead for ThunderTalk at this point. And look at what Cube and Arha are doing on the other side. They're bursting down Feather.
They could go in to try to make things interesting. Dragon started up by TT. They need the Drake to be able to stop the Soul from going over to Team WE. Arha looking to try and engage. Gets hit up by a lot of damage, goes forward. It will be a one-way trip, as in goes Karis with the perfect execution. The target going to be Junhao, who secures the Dragon, but will not leave with his life. Arcane Storm raining down as On flashes over, but it will be to his demise. Keshi there to follow up and at least take down Monkey, as Cube and About able to clean up the backside of the fight. It's a 4v2, but maybe a third could go TT's way if Keshi's able to finish Karis off. He dashes away with a shuriken flip and will get out with his life.
ThunderTalk get the important objective, but how much are they going to lose because of it? WE posturing on the top side of the map. They could start a Baron here if they really wanted to. Would be a crazy call, but with that Jace, they feel very comfortable to do it. Gonna be not really all that contested. Junhao's still dead for 10 seconds, and so this should be relatively free. Overall, it's an okay fight. They don't give over Soul, and it's gonna be hard to be able to secure that Baron anyways, and so higher game with the damage coming out from WE.
You see the poke threat that exists from these two picks, specifically Cube and About. They were able to clean up the back end of that last fight in the Dragon Pit, and now didn't burn the ulti, so it will be the Mbessa that gets out with her life, but with ThunderTalk forced to try to defend this, it's going to be Heru isolated in the mid lane. He's forced to pop the Zhonya's Hourglass, but the Curtain Call still going to rain in a bunch of damage. Feather there to tank, at least for the moment, as Arha goes in with the Zenith Blade now at the flash away. Arcane Storm comes out from Heru as he's able to find the kill in response. Here comes the depth charge in onto Cube. He flashes over the wall to try to get out with his life, and he will be able to do so as Karis takes the mid bot lane tier 2 as well. Net positive here for WE, but imagine they wish they got a little more.
I think we're really starting to see the value of the Jhin throughout a lot of the back end of this game, as Speaking of the devil, Keshi's in a little bit of danger because of the Jhin here.
Yeah, not only is Karis here, but about as well. Engage forward. Dragon just now started up as Junhao already eats a boatload of poke at 40% HP. That's going to be very important as Karis dashes in on him before the Dragon has even started up. Perfect execution will assassinate the enemy jungler, but it's Monkey who goes down in response. Public execution this time onto Arha. Cube at half HP. Keshi very low. Zenith Blade going forward, and Miabessa dropped it on the wrong side of the fight. Cube gets another kill as the curtains will open up, and it might be curtains for Thunder Talk in this game too. 4 shot each feather as it's still 4 members of WE. Looks like they could go for the Dragon, but they might instead go towards mid to force a game number 3.
Who cares about Soul when you can have Nexus? That's what WE is looking at, a much cleaner, much better game number 2 for them. They've been fantastic in the back end, and they're looking to end it here.
There's a decent amount of wave clear still available for Harrow. He has to stay alive and try to take down this cannon creep if Thunder Talk want any chance at survival. Speaking of survival, Karis might not have it here. Oh my goodness! 100-0 underneath the fountain, and that is it in this game number 2. Karis is Akali, Cubes, Jace, signature picks for WE force a game 3.
The scaling is definitely there for WE, but my biggest concern with the jungle position in the game right now is that you can't really get away with playing scaling. You have to be active in the early part of the game because free resources on the map are just too valuable.
Immediately, a really aggressive invade by Monkey is going to prove fruitless. TT saw it coming all the way through, and it's first blood given over to Junhao. But Arha still looking aggressive at the 6-minute mark. The bot lane for Thunder Talk, though, collapsing upon top side river. Junhao going in with that resonating strike. Monkey dashes away to prevent that incinerate from going down. Karis has the stolen away Tibbers, going to use it, but the Tibbers on the other side gonna be a little bit stronger. One more auto attack will do it, but Monkey pushes him away.
Here by Thunder Talk because of that tempo they have on the bottom side of the map. This is the benefit of Kalista Renata. This doesn't seem like it's going to be very contestable. This is kind of another negative of picking Graves. We've really gone to bat with a lot of these negatives at the start of the game, but not really a lot of ways to be able to walk into the river without really just compromising your entire position. So first Dragon for free going over to Thunder.
To help TT get to the objective first.
Yeah, Keshi is here. He's ulted in.
Oh, Dominus already popped as Junhao finds the flash kick onto Monkey. I didn't even see it coming as Thunder Talk's top side come out on top.
WE, but ultimately not that bad of a loss for WE considering what it could have been on the top side of the map. Some of the negatives that we've given that Graves champion as he tries to stagger the grubs a little bit. Definitely not quite possible, so this might will go down. And
His reset could be set up for a 5v5.
Yeah, no Ornhorn though. That's really hard to engage without that for WE as they posture here.
Cube just walking into the pit, trying to force his way in onto Thunder Talk. Fate's Call doesn't find anything, but in goes the ultimate from Feather. Taunt lands in onto Monkey, but he won't be able to go down just yet. Dragon going to be reset here as TT throw out a lot of ultis, but don't come out with the team fight win.
Yeah, Renekton has his ult still available if he wants to look for a potential re-engage here. But yeah, WE has a full angle onto this Dragon if they want a TP coming through.
Yeah, they got Haru on one side, Keshi on the other. Thunder Talk in good position to try to collapse as Arha's trying to zone out Haru at this point. Sonic Wave lands, Junhao jumps in and he steals the Dragon away. Monkey goes down as well as Keshi's got the Dominus pop. Karis the next target, he's stuck in the Dragon pit for now, does not have the abscond finally, will flash over the wall, but Cube dies on the other side, and it's 5-0 on Thunder Talk in this game 3.
Very good game state for Thunder Talk.
Yeah, I mean, 3,000 gold. This is exactly what the early game composition wanted to do. WE going to try to get something back in the form of the Rift Herald, but now they're getting collapsed upon once again. Keshi flashes on the Monkey, and it's once again Junhao who steals the objective away. On going to be the target as Karis has the stolen away Dominus for a little bit of extra tankiness, but he still goes down to the Ren on alive in the Baron pit, and Cube cannot close the gap. About gets taken down. It's an all-out slaughter on the top side of the map as Thunder Talk go up to 8-0.
This level of control, it's really impressive.
Full of rookies and second-year players going into the start of this split. You know, after some of their found success in 2025, you think that maybe by Karis and Monkey they have about roaming up there as well, but it'll be an easy take of Soul Point for TT, as Haru also is able to get a bot on his own side.
They're going to get the tower top lane. It is a bit of an objective bounty, so at least they're going to get some gold in their pocket that way, but Haru trading that tower on the bot side and getting Dragon for free is certainly a good trade in favor of ThunderTalk. You know, I would say this is the negative of maybe drafting a comp that can't fight at all in the mid game, but TP coming in. They're going to try and exploit Junhao here, but he's got his support in tow.
Arha jumping forward as well. Gonna be a numbers advantage for the moment. Call the Forge God has been issued, but it only hits onto Feather. Junhao 1v1ing Monkey, but he's stuck in the ultimatum. Won't be able to issue the resonating strike. Mega Inferno Bomb will take down the Lee Sin, but Arha's on the wrong side of the map, going to go down another 2 for 1 in favor of ThunderTalk and Power at this point in the game. But he's gonna be delayed a little bit after that one. Tries to clear the wave. You're not allowed to do that here in this game, clearly, as ThunderTalk completely collapsed upon him. Meanwhile, Keshi going on the carousel, he fails the flash. From bad to worse, insult to injury, Karis going to get taken down by Keshi as the Baron is started up by TT.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than that, as Keshi's going to walk his way up. Is going to be the target here. Horn coming through, it is going to land.
Going to try to find at least 1 kill back at the cost of the Nash. A shutdown going Monkey's way. His first kill of the game, but it came far too late for WE to have a meaningful placement around the Baron pit. It goes down here on ThunderTalk's side. Yeah, that deep TP ward was cleared away by TT as they start up what could be the Infernal Soul Drake. In goes Karis with the teleport. Looks like ThunderTalk are playing this one slowly, waiting for somebody on WE to engage. Instead it's Feather that goes forward with the ulti, doesn't find too much. So now WE have a little bit of tempo as the dominance has also been caught by Keshi prematurely. Call the Forge God comes out as WE are going to try to smite this one down, and Monkey's able to steal it away. Soul denied for the moment. Will the team fight ensue? Cube flashes forward, doesn't find the searing charge as now Tibbers gets unleashed. Health bars are ticking low on TT's side, but WE don't have an angle in.
They were probably going to get mid-tier 2 anyways with the Baron that they had acquired. Overall, I don't think it's the worst exchange in the world for WE. They keep themselves alive, and but this game is far from over. The last thing you want to do is go 35+ minutes against Graves, against Silas, against Horn. That's happening. That's another bounty. You're absolutely right. In favor of this bot lane. 4 at the moment. WE trying to walk in. See if Karis can find his flank.
Big flank on the Renekton, and nobody spotted him just yet. Karis able to finally issue the abscond abduct. No, but it's the Ziggs that gets instantly eliminated. It's both bottom laners down from Team WE before the fight even starts. All thanks to Haru on the Annie. Fate's call comes out onto Cube, forces him to flash away. And ThunderTalk stifle any hope of a WE comeback here in this one. They've taken down 4 members, only Cube is left alive. Junhao ignoring the Ornn at this point until Keshi comes in with the stun. Gonna be the Ornn get taken down. Keshi eventually will get traded. Actually, Cube going to survive, but it should not matter as the rest of ThunderTalk pushing down mid to try to end this series.
Keshi is the bonus prize. ThunderTalk are taking what they wanted all along, the base. As they open it up here, it looks like they're gonna stop at the inhibitor, but that is a massive fight for them to win. Haru is the clutch man for ThunderTalk, as he kind of has been in a lot of their series.
Once again, Tibbers not going to be able to take him down, but it came very close. As ThunderTalk, once again, back in the driver's seat here. They're going to claim the Infernal Soul, and all might be right in this world here on the LPL.
Darkness. Keshi as well, fantastic in terms of that vision. They are going to pick up that tower here, and Baron is still on the map. WE has a little bit of control here, but
they use it to try and stifle any engage from TT. Arha's been targeted, has to hook shot away. The Baron's already at 3,000 HP, and Junhao is taunted, unable to get into the pit, and so the Nash will get secured by Team WE. Karis getting instantly deleted, though. Has to use the abduct to try to get it on the Keshi, and Monkey's flash in the wrong direction. Bailout not having Junhao save his life, as it will still be a kill given over to WE, but Keshi's able to finish Karis off as well. About and Monkey able to reset to get back to base, yet Team WE have Baron buff and are looking to push in the mid lane. Teleport coming in from Keshi, who have the empowered shield, as well as a good opportunity to engage, but a Guardian Angel instantly has been popped on the side of On. Mega Inferno Bomb comes out from about, but he will go down as well. Searing Charge finds 3 on the Cube's side, but the rest of the back line is deleted by ThunderTalk. It's Keshi leading the charge, takes down Monkey to finish off the ace, and with 5 members strong, ThunderTalk will go to the Thunder top. They go down the mid lane and pick up their first win of the second round robin.
ThunderTalk Gaming strike fast in this final fight. They're going to be able to upset Team WE and put themselves in a great spot to make playoffs.
We've talked about how they've been able to take one game. When will the second come? Well, it looks like it is right now. 3 and 5 are TT.
Extend some of those team fights. That is something worthwhile. But I saw Silas hover, realized he wasn't banned. If BLG would be so bold, that would be... There's a chance you're not coming out. Viper Valkyrieing forward, and the aggression just not stopping for either of these bot laners, but no one has died yet.
Ulti's traded. Zwayan gonna overheat after that Electro Harpoon. Flashes away from the Q2, but Wenbo's gonna be able to follow up the final auto attack finish.
So that'll be enough to probably dissuade Top Esports from continuing to endeavor.
Side. Try to do his best to clear out this wave with the Gatling gun, but the minions eventually will crash down as in goes Tien, pops the cease and desist. Zhuo in with the headbutt pulled as well, but Viper still under the tower. Finally will get taken down by the curtain call. Knight going in, pops the frozen tomb on himself. Deals a lot of damage, but not enough to steal the kill onto anybody on TES just yet. 4-shot lands in onto the Lissandra as Cream is followed with a teleport of his own, and Shun won't be able to try to set up Knight for some kills. He might wonder if he used the ulti onto Tien, would he at least be able to make it a 1-for-1? Only time we will never be able to find that one out, as now Wenbo in some trouble as he gets targeted by Tien. He flashed away from the Vault Breaker, now going to re-engage
on the way
in the 1v2 because he knows the rest of his team is on the horizon. Cataclysm comes in, Wenbo will still go down, but it might come at the cost of Tien's life. A 1-for-1 secured eventually. Jun looking for the final Dragon Strike, most likely to finish the kill. He misses it, but the auto
a lot better in game number 1 on top of that, as now we've got more fighting happening. Zoyan does not have flash.
And that means he is dead. Wenbo easily picks that one up. As yet, it's Top Esports who are starting up this dragon. They want to try to even up the count, but Shun is on the way. Smite secured by Tien, but what will the fight look like in response? On dishing out a lot of damage with Persistent Protocol, going to get knocked up by Zhuo. Teleport coming in from Zwayan, who throws out the equalizer and forces Knight to go golden. Shun going with the flag and drag, able to get into melee range of Cream, and now BLG coming on top of this fight because of their top lane rookie in Wenbo on the Mbessa. Double kill.
That might have been like a potential game-altering fight and made it very difficult for Top Esports to get back into the game. Now we're back to live and fighting over the Herald.
Yeah, another neutral objective that TS wanted to try to get, but BLG able to respond mightily. 1 HP the Herald was at, but Shun claims it all the same on top of clearing the life of Zhuo, who is in the death chamber for the next 10 seconds. Now top lane could be the focus as BLG still stacked up as 4 members. Gonna throw Shelly on top of this top lane tier 1 and try to chase Zwayan away from that objective.
And is here.
Gets into Shelly, looking to use it for a little bit of combat power. The Season Sis goes on to Shun, but Jackie Love's instantaneously deleted. Knight gets Tien as well, and it's an all-out slaughter in the top side of the map. Double kill for the Lissandra, and BLG are up 5,500 gold.
That was beautiful Battle Herald usage by BLG, as now Viper's in trouble.
Might be the trade, but I think Top Esports gonna barely be able to pick this one up. Cream gets a stack of cash, but speaking of cash, that's all that's in the pockets
Billy Gaming team fighting better and operating better as a 5-man unit. Now on maybe found Tien, or is it the other way around?
Deep engaged by this Camille. Not even able to pop the ulti because it's still on cooldown as Jackie Love picks up the kill. Bit of a mistake here for the BLG support, but it might not matter as Zhuo's already gone down. Zwayan overheated, trying to get away as the charm lands onto Shun. Cream with the Spirit Rush able to get one, but Knight's able to dash in and make it an even trade. 3v3 across the map. Tien in melee range of Viper, but Viper still standing strong and picking himself up a triple kill. Flashes the charm and looks for the quad, but Cream able to finally take him down with the Orb of Deception. An explosive team fight that results in an even 3-for-3 with Wenbo and Jackie Love still duking things out mid.
And we can see Knight is also standing. Jackie Love though!
Q1, Q2, almost about to connect. Waits for the barrier to finish it off, and the shield. Be able to discern him from Bin at this stage in his growth this season.
I think that's probably the best compliment that we can give him in this entire split. Graves is hold on,
1v2.
Hold the compliments. It's a 2v2 in the top lane.
Yeah, but Knight's coming in with a TP on as well, arriving, and it's gonna be Tien that dies first. Zwayan second, surely rather. It's a double kill in for Knight, as once again it is Wenbo that plays.
Teleport from the Ahri. It's 3v5 guys, and Wenbo's got a flank even.
Frozen Tomb, more public execution available. Zhuo immediately goes in with the double knockup and the assassinate on. They find Jackie Love on the other side. Knight once again with the root, gonna allow for Viper to clean that kill up. 4v2, Smite secured here by BLG. They pick up the Baron buff. They could even look for the delayed ace. Cream in some trouble. Not going to get flagged and dragged upon as Shun only
Down
throws
this Ambessa, but he's level 16. He's got those extra resistances. I don't know if they can do this, Grapes.
He's got a near 1,000 gold bounty on his head, but it is only a 2-for-1. Wembo very strong. He's 3 levels up on Zwayan, 4 onto Tien. He's taking a lot of damage and will finally get taken down.
Without cost, Knight on the bot side will be able to take this tier 2 inner, and that'll just mean that the vision line extends significantly for BLG around this bot side. You can see that Knight is really trying to make use of that.
They now have the Baron buff with an 8,500 gold lead. They had Knight pushing underneath the tier 3 tower, but now Top Esports looking to try to collapse upon him. Instead, the cease and desist will go onto On. He flashes away from the Deadly Flourish, surviving for a little bit longer and maybe allowing for Shun to arrive to the fight. Knight eats a boatload of damage. He flashes into the Cataclysm, and that might spell his doom. Pops the Frozen Tomb to stay alive for a little bit longer, and Viper is still untouched. He's able to pick up 2 kills instantly. Now getting face tanked in by Cream. He gets a triple, but not before going down, as it is another 4 kills, this time going towards Top Esports.
As we have seen, TES are very willing to just snap engage onto him, and maybe snap engage onto Wembo.
Oh, his DP's a little bit too early, I think. He's going to get collapsed upon by everybody, and that's one of the big carries on BLG already out of the picture. Knight goes into the Frozen Tomb, pops the Zanyas after that. Shun dashing in with the Flag and Drag, finds a massive Cataclysm, and On's able to follow up. Will the damage be there, though, as Viper now Valks over the wall, picks up 2 kills instantly, looking for a third. Viper popping off of the Corki in this team fight, but he's now the only one left alive. It's him and Zwayan against Jackie Love. Going in for one more. He dodged away the 4-shot with the Electro Harpoon. Not so lucky. A triple kill over to the rookie of Top Esports as they win the fight.
Even when the play is a bit shady, the re-engage is not necessarily the most ideal situation. They're all on the same page, but they do go down, and now back to live On. It's basically almost dead, but he's fine.
He goes for the re-engage onto Zhuo, actually. Maybe ends up being set up for an engage on his own right. Zhuo used the Blast Cone to get away.
Isn't a Widow Yordle. I feel like we also have to say Rumble isn't a Widow Yordle because he has a mech of his own.
And he's got 3 items now. I'm down to make that trade. It's good with you. He's this big little Yordle, though, going to get attacked by Wenbo. No more crowd control available here on the Ambessa, so he will be able to teleport to safety. Meanwhile, Tien gets taken down by Knight. That's a huge play. No jungler alive for Top Esports. Means that BLG can go towards the Baron in a 4v5.
Yeah, they're rushing right toward it, but look at Top Esports. They're waiting in that bush. They're daring BLG to enter that river. And it looks like for the time being, BLG are not going to fall for it. They're just going to push in mid, but this might also be something that TES can play with.
Finds Knight, but he pops the Frozen Tomb at just the right time. Knockup lands on a Viper, but he will get taken down. Shut down goes the way of Zwayan, and Top Esports might have found their way back into this game. Knight's not able to live as Cream survives with less than 500 HP. Flag and Drag lands onto Jackie Love, and it might not be enough for Shun. Zwayan is overheated, but this time he's got the Flame Spitter in tow. Wenbo gets 1 kill, but now Shun is the last remaining survivor. Another triple kill here for Zwayan, and he's looking for the quad. Crit gets picked up by Jackie Love. Next dragon spawning in a minute would be soul point for either team, but Top Esports currently have the positioning advantage with the help of the Baron, and now this engaged by Tien. The season assess lands onto On, but he hook shots away at a good opportunity. Shun follows with the flash to finish off the kill onto his opposing jungler, and will be able to do so successfully. 1-0 in favor of BLG, with no jungler available by the time the dragon spawns.
Not the end of the world for Top Esports to lose. Only a meager 500 in their favor.
The way to kick off our first game of this series. Zwayan now in trouble as Knight goes for the Frozen Claw over the wall. On follows up with the ultimatum. Might not be enough damage just yet, though, as the scratch.
They don't have the damage.
A lot of time with the equalizer. BLG still going to be able to take down this third dragon without Tien.
As Top Esports were maybe looking to try and contest that if it went on any longer, but luckily BLG do end up picking the soul point. TES still have the Baron, though, and they're trying to siege on this bot side.
BLG, though, currently have the numbers advantage with Zwayan in the mid lane. Has his teleport available and also a flank angle, as he has a good opportunity to try to collapse onto Knight. He overheats onto Lissandra, forces him to flash away, uses the Frozen Tomb onto Zwayan, and the Frozen Claw should be able to get him away. The equalizer ticking him down, though, and the Leandri's burn will be enough. Knight is down, and BLG suddenly are at a disadvantaged state as the Baron buff expires.
Yeah, it does, but all of Top Esports are in the mid lane. They've got the grubs from earlier, and this is what we said. This is Chekhov's grubs here.
Graves
positioning for a potential flank. The Baron is melting very quickly, though. It's at 5,000 HP. Shun's gonna have to get in there quick if they want to fly. Here comes the Cataclysm. It will be stolen away by the Jarvan, and Shun's able to live by flashing away. On goes in with the ultimatum. They found out Cream. Will there be enough follow-up? Yes, there will. The Ahri is down, and Viper is face tanking Zwayan with the Guardian Angel still being available for Tien. Flag and Drag goes forward. Tien flashes over the wall, and Zwayan's able to pop off. Force the Guardian Angel out of Viper, and Shun might be next. Valk over the wall. Zwayan's still going to be the target. Flag and Drag connects, but this Rumble is too damn strong. Going golden, forcing the GA and allowing for Jackie Love to clean up the rest of the fight. The Flag and Drag goes wide. The crit will give Jackie a double, and it's an ace for Top Esports.
BLG get the Baron, they get this actually. Cataclysm forward. Did get the steal, but I mean, this is just a very healthy tier 2 inner that needs a taken, and Top Esports are very happy to oblige.
One more auto attack should be enough. Oh, hookshot gets cancelled by the Pulverize of Shuo, and that means On's engage is denied. Equalizer comes out. It's burning Viper down, and On's at 30% HP. Deadly Flourish not connecting onto Wenbo, and BLG should be able to retreat with no major objectives available for Top to collect.
Alright, they will just get the turret, they will walk away, and just Top Esports, I think, understanding the gravity of the game at this point.
Another TP. Oh, Wenbo.
Not again.
It's history repeating itself again. Finds the public execution on Zhuo and is able to dash away this time. But now Knight's getting baited in by his own top laner. Jackie Love shuts him down, and BLG go over aggressive, and they're going to pay for it potentially with a game 1 loss. Cease and desist onto Viper. The rest of Top Esports worrying about the front line. Wenbo gets knocked up once again by the Alistar. Tien doing damage against Shun and is looking for a vault breaker forward. It's a 4v2 on the map. The Deadly Flourish connects, and Jackie Love here to finish off this first game.
And it is going to be only Viper there to tell the tale. Top Esports, a turbulent game number 1. They were down, Grapes, but they were never out. And they will take the first match of this best of 3 rematch.
It's a Viper in a 1v4. He does his best to try to clear the wave out, but it will not be enough. Final kill going over to JKL. Top Esports weren't able to get a game off of BLG in the grand finals, but this time around in the rematch, they strike first with a 1-0 series lead.
13 indexing into Viper more earlier on into the game because he was kind of that main source of DPS that they needed to try and rely on to get them through that match, which of course they weren't able to do. Maybe looking to get aggressive on tonight. Walks up to him, forsakes the wave, but knows that BLG are heavily populated around that top side. That leaves Viper maybe open for a dive, though.
Yep, Tien ward hops forward, looking to easily land that resonating strike. It is first blood for Top Esports as they strike down in the bot lane once more. Tien, nice cosmic binding there from On. Otherwise, it could have been an instant kick combination, resulting in him going down. The Bard going to survive, heading towards the mid lane, but Tien is there as well, as the Dragon has been started up by BLG. Cosmic binding once again, finding the Lee Sin. Knight not able to find that scatter until he does, combined with a chain of corruption, and Viper's able to finish the kill off alongside his mid laner. It's Knight that gets BLG on the board first.
Yeah, I don't think Tien was expecting the Bard to be there. Last he checked, Bard was out of mana, but a couple of chimes later, he picks that up.
Months ago. Yep. He's in some trouble here. In this 1v2 situation, he's not going to really be that happy about it, but he'll take one for the team if it means the rest of his squad is going to be happier.
Oh boy.
Around the map. Speaking of, Knight with a huge scatter of the week, but it's not going to be able to stop Tien, who jumps in onto him and takes him down. Zwayan lands the final blow. The extra shield from the safeguard makes sure the tower doesn't even up the trade.
Nobody from the side of BLG is on this top side either, so this will actually probably be a full-on turret for Top Esports at almost 14 minutes into the game. They will, of course, give up second Dragon over to BLG, but now I think for the future of the wave management of this game is teleports coming in. And yeah, BLG want to try and get a trade back here. Zoyan with no ultimate, by the way, or actually he does. He does have ultimate.
Like he still had it. He has to flash away from the scout of the week. With the ulti expired, Tempered Fate can connect. Knight might have enough damage with just the Unleashed power, but he's holding it for the moment because Viper's here to finish it off with the piercing arrow. At the moment in the mid lane, but Cream able to join his team first in the river, with Knight forced to go around the Herald Pit. As Tien will go in onto this first, maybe just trying to bait out a teleport from Wenbo.
It's possible. Both top laners do have the teleport available because Roll Quest has been complete, so they can get involved if they need to. But of course, there is that shield from Wembo that you have to be very mindful of, especially with Renekton having that Dominus.
So another Keeper's Verdict. Maybe kind of try to golf Tien away. Swing and a miss here by the Poppy, and it's going to cost him a whole lot. Off of the teleport into Zoyan as well. Assassinating the enemy AD carry. Viper's deleted. Wenbo goes over the magical journey to try to finish off even more kills as Knight lands the Scatter of the Week but does not find anything with it. Cream finishes off on with the Shuriken flip, and it's Top Esports who dominate that early game fight around the Herald.
And it's Zoyan just chopping the heads off the BLG backline. They are disrupting and breaking up your #1 seed in the LPL. TES run over BLG in the fight. Herald will be charged and dropped in the top lane. This will be a tier 2 for TES. 16.5 minutes into the game, and they're going to drive it away. They don't even want Knight to get the gold. Melt BLG in the team fight. Now 3.5k gold up. Dragon in a little less than a minute and a half. This might be something that BLG need to hold on to with all of their hopes and dreams to remain the first seed. Is now TM maybe caught here.
Charging the wall from Shun is big. He cannot ward hop with that Keeper's Verdict. Going to get followed up here with the ulti, and it's Viper that takes him down. Knight flashes over the wall looking for a scatter, but he ends up getting stunned up and taken out by Jackie Love. And now Zoyan is in melee range of the entire backline. Viper has to flash over the wall, and it's Wenbo stuck in a 1v3. Viper joining him on the horizon, but the Rangers' focus arrows are going in onto the Renekton. The Crocodile's very low. Undertow does not connect, but Jackie Love's arrows will. 10-4 in favor of TES as they go 4 for 2 on the play.
In this fight, Graves.
Knight ends up with a pretty bad positioning mistake there as well, maybe accidentally taking the magical journey in as the Dragon once again being started by Top Esports on, gets instantly one shot, and so does Wenbo off of the Encore. Zoyan taking over in the front line and Jackie Love in the back. Tien able to secure the Dragon and deny Soul Point as Top Esports win yet another fight.
Is now removed from them for the time being, and Viper, you're under that turret, but I don't know if you're allowed to do that with no flash, my friend.
Tien doesn't even need the kick to make sure that Viper goes down. What an early game here by TES. They are up almost 5,500 gold. Knight gonna try to find a trade. A nice stun onto Tien. Shun goes over with the magical journey, but he runs himself straight into 4 members of TES. Uses the ulti to get at least one away. Scatter connects onto Jackie Love. Knight's going all for nothing to make sure that Jackie Love will fall, but he'll go down in a trade. And now Tien and the rest of Top Esports are chasing in onto On. The kills just continuing to stack up. The Dragon's Rage to make sure there is no magical journey for On as short as it was. And TS are running away with this second game. And they have come to play against the defending champs. A 2-0 lead, a 2-0 win over BLG would be such a statement as we get another fight that is breaking out. Encore goes wide, but Jackie Love's still under some pressure. Shun's the one who goes down first, and now Zoyan's looking to hunt down Viper.
Oh no, Zoyan's
not even going to have to use it before killing the AD carry, and it's yet another fight win.
And that's exactly what Top Esports need him to do. It is another 3 kills over to TES. Baron will be secured, and then the fight is inconclusive. Nobody wins. It's a draw, but it seems like the rest of TES don't want to leave it up to chance. They will use their Baron buff. They're pushing into the bot side, and Viper
flanking Varus potentially.
Yeah, I don't know. What is he cooking?
He's not doing anything.
His support is dead. His jungler is probably going to follow.
Yep, he's recalling. There was no angle there. There's no angle anywhere right now as Top Esports own everything acute, right, and obtuse in this game number 2. Zoyan goes up to 6-1-7 by taking Knight down. And now the structures will be the next focus here. TES, it's a dominant performance over BLG.
It was a close game number 1, but it is anything but here in game number 2. Zoyan on the top side. The pressure is unrelenting from Top Esports here, Graves.
They're firing in onto 3 lanes at the same time. Bot lane inhibitor going to go down. They can turn their attention to another area or just the Nexus
do they just want to end?
Knight is not up for another 5 seconds, and BLG don't have much of an answer without the Syndra by their side. Tempered Fate goes in. It finds both bottom laners, and Wenbo will look to try to re-engage. Kick goes in, sends the Renekton away, as Shun is looking to try to stop Green from assassinating the rest of his team, but Swayon has arrived. Knight will go down, and so will BLG by his side. This Olaf is unstoppable, and so are Top Esports. The finals are no more. It is split 3, and right now that belongs to Top Esports. Another 2-0, this time over the defending champions as they wrap up their first round robin at 6.